Hello, welcome to SharonBeMakinStuff. So you guys always tell me that you love canvas art tutorials, which make me so happy. That's why today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this piece of donut canvas art. This piece was inspired by my love for donuts and of course puns. So I hope you guys feel the same way because we're going to get right into it. Alrighty, so getting into materials, the first things we're going to need are varying sizes of paintbrushes and sponge brushes. We're also going to need a variety of acrylic paints, and I will go into more detail with the exact colors that I used as we go through the steps. We're also going to need a 16 by 20 inch stretched canvas, a round dish of some sort with a diameter of around 12 inches that you can trace around, a bowl with a diameter of around 4.5 inches that you can also trace around. And next on the list is some Mod Podge. And I get a lot of questions from you guys asking about what Mod Podge is or the purpose of it. So just literally reading the label right now, it's a water-based sealer, glue, and finish. And because the one I have is matte, that means it's going to give my project a matte finish. And last but not least, you're going to need a pencil. So we're going to start off by painting our whole canvas a solid color. I mixed together Sky Blue by the brand Decor and Beach Glass by Martha Stewart to give me this really pretty blue color. And now I'm just going in with a sponge brush, which is what I like to use for big surface areas, to cover the whole entire canvas, including the sides. Since I want my background to be really opaque, I'm going to let the first layer dry for about 10 minutes before painting on the second layer. After the background has completely dried, I'm going to trace a big circle right in the middle using my round dish. To make sure that it's centered, I just used my fingers as a guide and my pencil, as you can see here, to kind of roughly measure it. I'm pretty much just eyeballing the whole thing here. And once you're satisfied with the placement of your circle, go ahead and trace all the way around it. And now I'm doing the same thing with the small bowl, placing it in the middle of the circle that we just traced, making sure that it's centered, and then tracing all the way around it. And as you can tell, we have just created the donut hole. Alright, let's be real here. We all know it's not a real donut without the sugary stuff. So for the icing, I'm just drawing in a squiggly line that goes all the way around, but making sure to leave some space from the outer edge so we can still see the deep fried goodness. Aw yeah! So at this point, it looks like we are ready to paint our donut. I just mixed together a brown and white, which are both by the brand Craftsmart, to create a light brown, and I'm just painting in the outer ring using a medium-sized paintbrush. Once the outer ring is complete, we can move on to painting the inner ring. And because I want to make it look like a classic Simpsons donut, I'm making the icing pink. And this color is called Baby Pink by Folk Art. So unfortunately, we can't move on to the sprinkles until the icing has completely dried, which is kind of funny because if you think about it, it's the opposite in real life. But in the meantime, we're going to work on the quote. So I'm just penciling in the words, "Don't worry, be happy." So once you are satisfied with the placement of your letters, go ahead and use some black paint and a fine paintbrush to go over them. And if you're wondering, the black paint that I used is called Black by Apple Barrel by the brand Plaid. And just a helpful tip, if you're having some difficulty with painting in the letters, maybe try to break up your strokes or feather your brush to help with smoother and fuller lines. By the time that you are done your quote, the icing should be dry, so now we can pencil in some random short lines everywhere that will represent the sprinkles. I didn't really think much about the placement of these, I just kind of went with the flow and filled it in as I went. Once you are happy with how it looks, go ahead and paint in all your sprinkles. You can paint them whatever colors you want. I decided to go with rainbow because I wanted mine to look really bright and colorful and make it look like you want to eat it. And also, I forgot to mention this in the beginning, but make sure that you have a cup of water handy so that you're washing your brush between each color change. So once everything has dried, including your sprinkles, now we can move on to the final step. You guessed it, it is a Mod Podge time! Whoa, I feel like I sounded way too excited for that. But anyway, we're going to coat the whole entire canvas with Mod Podge, including the sides, and this is just going to give it a very nice finish and seal everything in. And just make sure that you're applying it very evenly and you're not missing any spots. So just leave your canvas to dry for about a good 30 minutes until it is no longer tacky, or maybe more depending on how many layers you want to use, but I usually just use one layer and it works perfect. So that is it, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then please give this video a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to SharonBeMakinStuff. If you guys want, you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram, both at SharonBeMakinStuff. I love it when you guys send me photos of the projects you make using my videos because it's so awesome to see how they turn out, and it's mind-blowing to me to see how creative you guys really are. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye!